Hello and welcome to Tales of Myth and Mayhem. This is episode 13 of our Vampire the Masquerade Chronicle Fall of London. I think we'll start with introducing the players and we will get straight into this. Do you want to do popcorn? Whoever wants to can start and then pass it on to the next person.
Hi, I'm Floss and I'm playing Alice Mockingdale. I beat you to it, but you can go next, Bintak.
Hi, no worries. I'm Bintak and I play Tommy Smith. And I pass it over to Genek.
Hi, I'm Genek and I'm playing Tony Costelli. And I'm going to pass on to Dyson.
Hi, I'm Dyson and I am playing
Dr. Henry.
Dr. Henry, thank you. I was
What an
thinking that
amazing
hard
start.
about making sure I didn't forget anyone else's name, that I forgot my own.
Oh, you're doing great.
Once again, Dyson.
Hi, I'm Dyson and I'm playing Dr. Henry. Over to you.
Are you serious? I'm the most obnoxious one of the group. How did you forget my name?
With a lot of effort.
Gonna put
My
your...
name is Gull, and I play Lady Catherine Montague.
And this is the energy we're bringing tonight. In the last episode, you were trying to find out where Gwenllian Arwyn. You discovered she is to be found
Yes.
in the British Museum, and you were taken there by Regina Blake's ghoul, Trenton, who knew the way and the special method to get there on the underground trains. All of you, apart from Tommy, have managed to make your way there. There was also a small incident where Dr. Henry chose to take the taxi to Bishopsgate Police Station by himself and then refused to pay the taxi driver. And I just thought that was interesting. I thought maybe it's worth a lore dump here, a little bit of a lore dump. So if you'll permit me, a couple of minutes. In kinder times, Elysium would have been a much more convivial space than any of you have been able to experience recently. Information was exchanged, tales were told, and legends grown. One story that comes up fairly regularly is that of where vampires emerged from in the first place. The historic texts of the kindred have been spoken of in whispers. Well, they have to be, because the Camarilla conceal or destroy any books mentioning this part of history. It is forbidden to speak of Cain, firstborn of Adam and Eve, who was cursed with vampirism by God himself after Cain murdered his own brother. The archivist, Cuthbert Beckett, said that this is a way of describing the conflict between the ancient people who hunted and the ancient people who farmed. There are many more stories about Cain, how the ancient city of Ubar became the city of Enoch, how his children themselves did beget the children that we now think of as the antediluvians of each clan. Nodda's theory states that Cain will return at the end of time to judge his descendants. This event is known as Gehenna. Some see the beckoning as a sign that Gehenna may be coming. Kindred of 9th generation or lower feel compelled to travel to the Middle East. No one knows why or what they do when they get there, but they don't return. But what about Cain? He was cursed to wander as a fugitive, unable to stay in one place. It has even been rumoured that he may in fact be driving a taxi. And you know what? I'm going to do the line. With these thoughts firmly in mind, let's continue our vampire story. Right, we're going to begin with Tommy, who was whisked away whilst you were still in the trunk, having spoken to Regina Blake. Tommy, you were taken... Someone approached you in the club and took you to a dark corner and said, people like us, perhaps this isn't our place. And he pulled back his hood that you had down, like he was wearing kind of hoodie thing over his head. And you saw clearly that this was a Nosferatu. Come with me. We don't have to stay in the shadows. I've got a building next door we can talk in. I think I might have some information that could be interesting to you, and I think you might have some information that could be useful for me.
Potentially.
And he leads you outside. You're both kind of... Not many people are looking at you because there's so many impressively dressed people to look at. There's sparkles and sequins and leather and other textural things that are clinging or revealing or not, depending on what that person's going for. So you don't attract a lot of attention as you leave. There's a small office next door. And the man opens up the building quite confidently. Right, now we're away from there. My name is Mick. I own this company here. This is Nocturne Cabs. We are a taxi company specifically for Kindred. But we can kind of smuggle papers or people or anything in plain sight, basically. I've been working London since around 1958.
Okay.
And, well, I thought maybe we could do a little exchange. Your coterie have been bouncing around town, haven't you? Even with all this danger and risk. Even when the prince told people to stop going out as much and maybe stay somewhere safe, you were out there doing something. I'd love to know what. And I can offer you a good exchange if you're interested.
Okay. Do I reckon this is the same company that we've been using?
It is, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Okay, well, I'll say to them, well, that depends on what you're offering.
Well, I've seen the way you dress in events like this, and I think I could offer you an ability that I have which you might find useful. It's known as the Mask of 1,000 Faces.
Yeah. Then I'll immediately use mine and go, it's all right.
Oh no, this is me trying to work into the plot, you guessing it in the first place.
Ah, right, okay.
Sorry,
Gotcha.
I should have mentioned that in advance.
Okay. Then I'll say I'm definitely interested then.
So what information are you willing to share with me?
Well, you said you wanted to know what we're doing.
Yeah, I'd love to know what you're doing.
Well, part of that is dealing with the events that are going on right now. Part of what I've been doing is, I've not long out of Topper, so I'm re-establishing my networks and the base of things like that.
That would explain why I hadn't heard anything about you until about 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm. And well, we've just been looking for some lost artifacts that we used to have for a long time ago.
Long time ago. Artifacts. This is frightfully rude of me, but are you potentially involved in the cult of Mithras?
And what do you know of the cult of Mithras?
Everyone in London knows the cult of Mithras. He was the
Mm-hmm.
de facto ruler for quite some time and perhaps has been in London longer than anyone.
But you only know of it, you're not of it.
I think most of us are aware of them. I think as a cult they're possibly a spent force, but I don't judge. Would carry anyone in the taxis. No questions, no judgment, and no mess unless some fool brings some.
No. Well, we are part of that, yes.
I think that information is probably value enough. If the cult of Mithras are moving and all of this is going on, then Mithras coming back could be a very interesting proposition right now. And he shares with you the knowledge of how to perform Mask of 1,000 Faces. I'm not going to go through all of the detail of that because it involves like him showing you how to do it. And if I thought and done like an individual one-on-one with just you, we could probably play that out. But I think for the sake of speed, I'll just have him give you that. And so now you have that ability.
Okay.
Just as you finish up, he receives a text. His phone buzzes on his table. He looks down at it. Your people have been busy and apparently your man isn't paying. Is this something we should be worried about?
My man?
Well, one of the men in your coterie. Because we just took them to Bishopsgate police station and... Look, fucking with the police right now is a really, really bad idea. And you might have to go in there and clean up the CCTV. Older kindred always forget about CCTV.
Okay, yep. We have been made aware of such things.
So do you
I
think
wouldn't worry about him. They should have. Hopefully, there's a couple of people that can deal with that. But I'll make sure they have if they haven't already.
You might want to make your way down there and check it out.
Okay.
I can have someone
okay.
take you there if you want. But,
That would be great.
okay.
Don't worry, I can pay.
So he sends a taxi with you to Bishopsgate Police Station, but by the time you get there, the coterie have left again.
Mhm.
You don't know where they've gone.
So before we get to the thing, I'm also going to get him to stop like a couple of blocks away.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not actually just the taxi's just driving straight up to the police station,
Okay.
and then I'll get out and walk.
So you're walking down towards Liverpool Street Station from the north,
Yep.
from Shoreditch kind of area.
Yep, the opposite side of
Not
the
quite
street.
that far up, but we've assessed that it's a big sort of 5-story greyish building with some air pollution marks on it. There's got a Union Jack flying above it and a police coat of arms, 2 blue police lanterns on either side. As you approach, there isn't any sign of anyone there at all, apart from the usual police people inside. There's no visitors or guests or.
Well, I'm not going inside at this point in time.
Okay.
If I can't see them, I'm going to text them to see where they are.
Okay. That's messing with history a little bit.
Okay.
Lady Catherine, can I bother you at this moment? Just because I know you're all probably very nicely muted.
Thank you for reminding me I was muted.
Can you? What would you respond with if you got that text from
What
Tommy?
exactly does the text say?
I'm just asking what are your whereabouts? So I'm not saying anything more than that over text.
Am I correct in assuming that we are at this current moment at the museum?
So where you are at this current moment in the scheme of things is you're accompanying Trenton on your way to doing that special loop around the London Underground. So that you can get to the museum safely.
I'm probably just going to reply in that case. Trains.
Weren't we in the gift shop?
You weren't there yet. So I'm sticking to the timeline because I've actually made a diagram of where you were at and when. And right now you are on your way to the trains, and then you're going to get on the trains, do that. Then you have to do a bit of a walk through tunnels and sewers, and it takes you to the special British Museum underground station, which isn't used anymore. And from that, you'll get up to where you were at the end of the last session. But right now, you're on your way to the train station with Trenton, who is behaving very strangely because he has not had any blood for a long time and he's starting to feel a bit like an addict who hasn't had his fix for a while.
Okay.
So you get the message back, Tommy, saying trains.
Okay, then. Yeah, I will see. I try to be a bit cryptic, but I'll send a text back and say, okay, let me know when you get there.
Okay.
And I'll say, did you cover the eventualities prior to leaving? Which is,
Yeah, you don't want to be you want to be a bit careful about what you text, given that anyone could be watching.
Yes. And just send that text.
And let's assume it's a group thing, so any of you could respond.
No, we never. I made them forget, but we forgot about CCTV. I actually shouldn't have replied that in a text.
I feel like that's in character, though. I don't know if Alice would be up on espionage techniques.
Yeah. This puts me in a this is above table.
Do you want to go and sort that out?
No, I don't think we have the skills to sort that out. I mean, yeah, I can smash things up, no problem. But and yeah, I can sneak about, but not avoid the cameras either. and then have no idea about technological stuff.
I mean, leaving it is an option if you want to just leave it and hope that it gets lost in the mess.
It's not a great option. But I'm concerned that I go in and make it worse.
If we remember, I'll go back after a bit. This, 'cause I'm near enough at the museum now, so I can't really go back now.
Yeah, but I mean, what skills have you got that's going to help in that?
Rude. You know what? Do it yourself.
We
What
need
technology you want?
I'd say this was a job for Tony.
yes.
Yeah,
They're
definitely.
currently not there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'll send our text. And how long do you think you'll be?
How
I don't
long's a piece of string?
What's the guy that's with us again?
Trenton. He's a jazz musician who'd been arrested for selling drugs, and now he's really, really wanting some blood, but he doesn't want to ask you for it. Although he will do later.
Tell
But
Trenton that we need to know roughly how long it will take to get from where we are to where we need to be.
oh, depends on the tube trains, lovely. We have to make a
It's not very
special route,
helpful.
and if the trains are late, then we have to wait for them. But
One every 3 minutes. I'm sure you can work out a rough time.
half an hour, 40 minutes, something like that.
So I'll text back. About an hour and a half. Under promise, over deliver.
Right. I think it's maybe I should go in. Okay, is the police station actually open?
Yeah.
Is it kind of busy? Is there people getting in and out, or is it pretty quiet?
There's a person on reception, and you can see through this frosted glass, because I remembered what that word was that I forgot in the last session. There's a couple of people working behind there. There's maybe a few other people in the building, but you can't tell anything else apart from that from looking through the front door.
Okay, and I can't remember what clothes was I wearing. I think I was feeling nondescript clothes, but
yeah, you were, and that was even before you had the Mask of a Thousand
Yeah,
Faces
so-
thing going on.
I'm going to. I'm going to use Mask 1,000 Faces so I can get in the door since it's quiet.
Yep.
Just check. Right, okay, give me a minute. Yeah, that's not okay. That's fine. I looked at Dyson's one. That's fine. Okay.
So Mask of a Thousand Faces costs a rouse check. Have you done that? And I missed it.
Yes.
Okay, I had the wrong window open to see that. You are fine. You did not get hungrier.
Good. Then I'll just try to think of why I'm going to be getting in there. Sorry.
So, what kind of mask do you want to sort of represent as you go in? Are you looking like a member of the public? Are you trying to look like someone who works at the police station? The way it works is that you will not arouse suspicion from your presence as long as you're behaving plausibly.
Then I'm going to try to look at someone from the police station.
Okay. As you walk in, the receptionist is looking a little bit dazed.
Okay.
For reasons that may be clear to the others.
Yep.
Hello, can I help you?
Yep. What do you mean? I work here.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't recognise you. I haven't. I'm not that long started myself. I'm sorry.
No worries.
Do you need me to? Have you got your pass? You can get through, okay?
No, I've left it in my sorry, I've left it in my jacket upstairs. Is it alright if you can buzz me in?
Give me a charisma and persuasion, please. I appreciate your charisma may not be high.
No.
I'm going to have to do a roll as well.
This is not going to go well.
Oh, we'll roll it and see. You can still win against this person if I roll badly.
Nope.
You could willpower if you actually.
Yep.
Okay. You take off one willpower and you can reroll up to 3 die, but you only are rerolling 2.
Okay.
You're trying to beat 2.
Yep, just reroll 1 die.
Nice work. Okay. So this is going to go so badly wrong. I'm trying to think how will this work? So your beast is going to take the reins here.
Yeah.
How do you think your beast is going to react? So you're attempting to stealth your way in here, but your beast is taking control of the situation and it's going wrong. What do you think? What do you think happens here?
I would say I would probably be a bit arsehole and get irritated and says, "Come on, just let me in.
At all?
I've got work to do."
I was still hoping you were going to go full Hulk.
I mean, I think it might have been a bit more than that, but
Well.
Because I mean, technically, for bestial failure, I can take control of your character for a moment, but I don't like to do that.
I don't know.
Do it.
Okay.
I'm not gonna.
No, you might.
Gonna
You
go
might
Hulk.
be. You might be. You want to get in here, and that person is stopping you, and you are going to grapple. So can you roll me strength and brawl with a +1 because you've got a specialism in grappling?
+1 dice.
Yep. And I'm going to roll them. Oh no. For trying to duck out of the way if they notice you in time. Okay. So you've got 4 successes there, which could have been a lot worse for this person because you do have 7 dice. Okay, they got 2. So you have easily grabbed them, pushed them out the way, got your way inside. You may not have long. What are you going to do now?
I'm going to now just walk casual along, but I'm going to look for anything that looks like CCTV room.
Okay, for the sake of doing this relatively quickly, can you just give me a intelligence awareness, please? Difficulty is going to be 3. Everyone else, I'm sorry, but we are getting too quickly, I promise. Okay, with 1 success. It takes you a little while, but you find the room. You can tell because there's a big stack of monitors, each showing different views. There's some recording devices in there.
Okay.
The room is locked.
Great. Well, I'm not going to. Is there anyone nearby?
Nope.
Then I'm going to attempt to, as quiet as I can, but kick it open. Well, not kick it open, but like try and bust. Well, yeah, I've got to kick it open.
Okay, give me a strength athletics, please. And try and get better than a 2.
Yep.
And feel free to potence or lethal body if you want. That was intelligence and oh, it doesn't matter.
Nope, sorry, I don't know.
That was the last roll.
I didn't know that.
I think the numbers works out the same, actually. Anyway, do the new one, which is dexterity and athletics. Okay, with 5 successes, you kick the door hard. It flies open. At the same moment, an alarm starts going off. The receptionist has had the presence of mind to press a button.
Okay. Then I immediately obfuscate.
Yep.
So I can move about. Then I'm going to look the monitors that like recover the reception in the front of the building.
Okay. You see them. What are you going to try and do?
Do I see any like computery things or?
Yeah, there's computery things there, but you don't really know what they do. There's screens with pictures on them. There's some boxes that tick and click and whir.
Right. The if are these next to the monitors that I'm
Yeah.
at the reception, I'm going to like press buttons on those
Okay.
until something happens.
You see some green lights turning to red. You can hear some people running up the corridor towards you. You haven't got long at all. Now, although you're obfuscated at the time being with your cloak of
stuck in the
shadows.
Okay, so is there anything ejecting or anything like that?
Yeah, a couple of things, like a couple of like plastic cubes have emerged from the devices.
Rectangular or cubes?
Yeah, rectangular.
Yeah.
I was trying to think of the better word.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to try and whatever button did that, as many of the ones around reception, such like,
Okay.
and the ones leading to where I went. I'm going to eject and grab those.
Okay.
Stick those in my jacket.
Right. I know you've got Mask of 1,000 Faces and Cloak of Shadows. Have you got anything else in Obfuscate?
Give me a sec. Well, yeah, it's unseen passage is what I'm doing. Sorry.
Unseen Passage. Just double checking because in Cloak of Shadows you can't move around.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry, I meant unseen passage. Give me a sec.
Some people run past. They look in the door. They see nothing moving in there, and they move on. They've given it too quick a glance to notice that a bunch of the tapes are ejected.
Then I'm just going to chance while I can grab a few more tapes. And then I'm going to leave.
Okay, give me just to finish this off. Then give me a physical and athletics to make sure you can get out the building. Okay.
Physical?
Oh, sorry. Strength athletics.
Okay.
It was because I was looking at physical at the top of the column that's got strength and dexterity and stamina. With 4 successes, you easily make your way out. The tapes in hand, maybe in a pocket. I can't remember exactly what you were wearing.
It was a jacket, an overcoat type thingy.
The receptionist isn't on the reception as you come by. They've gone back inside the office at the back. The bells are still ringing. The alarms are going off. There's people searching for you, but they're not going to find you now.
Okay. And I'm going to leave.
Okay, you depart the building and emerge into the night. The traffic's still quite busy. There's buses weaving their way through. It's quite narrow roads up there. Like there's a lot of road happening at once, and there's a lot of traffic, but it's quite narrow spaces.
I'm going to walk away for about half an hour, keeping up everything until then.
Okay. Are you going to walk to the British Museum, or are you going to try and wait till you get a message from the others?
Do I know they're at the British Museum at this point?
I think you knew they were heading there, but you also knew that they needed Trenton to get there in the first place.
Okay. I'm going to head to the British Museum then, as I'm walking.
Okay. Outside the museum is a small group of hunters. They have a camera that's monitoring everyone that comes in and goes out of the doors.
Okay. I'm not going in that way then.
Give me a second. Someone hisses at you from across the way. They kind of... Psst.
Okay. I'll turn a look in that direction.
There is a figure... Sorry, let me just get the description for this guy. There's a man, and he is kind of sticking his arms out from behind a sort of gated grill. That's like a thing for letting air out of the underground. So it's like it's a metal grating. He's on the other side of it, so he's on the underground side of it. You're in the open air. Okay. But it's kind of round a corner a bit, so it's not very well lit. There's no one around in this part of town, especially at night time when the museum's ostensibly closed, you think. He's leaning out going, cousin, come here.
I'll head over, but keep a bit of distance. And greet him.
Please. I just need a little. I just need a little drink. You know what I'm saying?
Who are you?
My name's I go by Z. I know it's the American way, but it's like calling me Zed sounds fucking stupid, so don't do that. But yeah, I've been living here for a while, and me and my sire, we were hunting together, but a couple of weeks ago he went away and never came back, and I need to drink badly.
Hmm.
Please, I only one. I'm not trying to blood bond anyone. I don't need any of that going on.
Okay.
I can pay you. I've got money. Or information.
Uh,
Do you want to go into that museum over there? I know how you can get into that museum.
okay.
There's a way in underneath. I'll tell you about it if you let me drink.
From what I can see, can I have any idea what his clan is? Or is it just
From
Standard
from the large like growth on his neck and the sort of distended skeleton that you can see in the shadows, he looks pretty Nosferatu, and he did call you cousin.
okay? And it's VT he needs, yeah.
It's Vitae, yeah.
Okay. I will give him 1 point of blood then.
Okay. He grabs at your wrist, I'm assuming, through the bars.
Yep.
Drinks, and when you feel that he's had enough, you make him stop. You wrestle him off. Please take your hunger down by 1. Up by 1, sorry.
Yep.
He directs you how to get around the back. There's a secret way round. You can get through on the tunnels. He describes the route.
Okay.
And that, finally, thank you for being patient, everyone else, is how Tommy finally catches you up. So you've just got into the basement area. There's a heating system. Your clothes are all a mess now because you've been crawling through rat droppings, sewage, mud, all kinds of stuff to get here. You can hear something happening up above. And then Tommy appears.
Greetings.
Well, it's about time you showed your face.
Had some things to do. Not least attempting to cover your tracks. Or deal with irate taxi owners.
His rates were far too high.
I paid the man.
You didn't. You told him to go away and forget that he owed you anything.
Oh no, you're correct. I did do that. I blamed Disney.
I mean, you could
So I blame Dr. Henry.
you could tell Tommy that you paid the man if you want. I don't want to like rip your knitting, but just in case you don't remember, that's what happened.
We'll say that Tommy told me that. Either way, it's Dr. Henry's fault.
So I went into that police station, not massively successfully, but hopefully enough that I've covered the tracks and I've got a hold of these things, which will need to destroy the source. Actually, see what was in the sewers? I'm going to like smash them up and just like spread them into various places in the stinky sewers.
Okay, I'm just going to make a note.
And I'll as I said, the rest of that, that's what I've done.
Okay,
I'm going to take these monitoring device thingies and destroyed hopefully the evidence.
You have arrived at the museum. Slightly worse for your journey, all of you.
One thing I would say before we're going to say that is a group of hunters outside the museum checking everybody who's got into the museum.
Well, that's all right. We're already in.
Just to be aware. I mean, if there's hunters outside, there could be hunters inside.
You're in the boiler room. It connects to a series of hallways and offices. There probably isn't anyone still at work. You can't hear anyone at the moment down here. Do any of you want to search the rooms at all, or?
Yes, I'd like to search this room for some kind of overalls or something.
Okay, there are some offices. There are some broom closets. There's some cleaning materials. But there's also at the end, there's a changing room with a shower and some random clothes around. It doesn't have a full set of clothes, but it has some clothes.
Does it have trousers?
Odd or even.
I've got 2 legs, so even.
Yeah, I know. I mean, like, I'm going to roll for whether there's trousers. Give me an odd or even.
Oh,
Genek,
even.
just to let you know you're muted still if you've been trying to add to the conversation.
What, me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I will just keep talking. It doesn't matter. Sometimes I'm not saying anything relevant.
Okay, don't worry.
Even.
Even. It's odd. There's no trousers.
How about some white boxers with red love hearts on?
Nope, nothing like that.
Really?
Funnily enough, I don't think anyone's emerging from the changing room having left their underwear.
A dress conveniently in his size.
But there are showers if people wanted to wash themselves.
I mean, did we not bring spare clothes?
Some of
We
you
did.
did. Some of
We
you did.
didn't.
Yes. I may have miscalculated. Now I have checked this, and the British Museum do sell clothes, but not trousers.
Can any of us sew? Could we fashion a pair of trousers out of some t-shirts they have in the gift shop?
I
We've
don't.
got kimonos.
I'm just gonna get changed. I don't care what he's doing.
Okay.
Shower.
Yeah, same. I'm going to wait for the shower and get changed.
I want to become the Baldric of the group.
As you clean yourselves off and change your clothes, those of you who brought changes of clothes, you can hear some kind of activity upstairs. There's clearly something happening up there. There's people, so more than 10 people, let's say.
So I'll wash myself off, and I'll just whatever is around I'll put on, and whatever I don't have on.
Okay.
It's just matter of fact, isn't it?
I mean, you could just start with the clothes that you've got, and if you can find replacements, you could always do that elsewhere. But you haven't
Wash
got
your
replacements
trousers in
there.
the sink and stick
The
them in the
clothes that
hand
I've got
dryer.
are going to smell.
It was that
Wash
last
them in the
part.
shower.
Sorry, I interrupted you there, Lady Catherine.
You could wash them in the sink or in the shower and then just shove them under the hand dryer. And we'll
suppose there's a
see you in
tumble
about an
dryer
hour when
down
they're
here.
dry.
Is there a tumble dryer around here?
There isn't down here. And the other thing is, like, because you don't really generate heat, because you're not a warm body, they're not going to get drier the longer you wear them either. On the plus side, the wet might not be a problem.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to catch a cold.
Yeah, but your skin can... You still got nerve endings. It's still going to be a textural nightmare. Can vampires have autism?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He definitely does.
The conversations we have.
Yeah, autism's a brain thing, and the brain things carry on doing the brain things. It's just that you've
Yeah,
got a
do you know-
beast in there now as well.
I'm just going to omit the trousers until I can find someone later to kill and take theirs.
Okay, there might be something coming up that could help with this.
I'm imagining, like, Hitman just stealing a disguise.
Trenton gives you a faux salute and leaves.
Does Tristan have trousers on?
He did, but he's gone away with them now. And also, like, they're very tight, and he's a small guy, like, by comparison.
Thank you.
No. Right.
The absolute sincerity behind that. Thank you. Floss, how do you get through daily life? I don't know.
Upstairs, you can hear the telltale sound of laughter, conversation, there's clinking glasses. There is stuff happening in the public space.
I'm sorry, I'm still laughing.
That's... Oh, dear. We've broken...
Do we have access to a map?
Yeah, there will be a fire escape plan on the door.
Do we know where we need to be in this building?
I don't think you do, in character.
In character, what do we know?
You know that there is
remember
a person there called Gwenllian Arwyn who has the Phrygian cap somewhere. You don't know where the Phrygian cap is. There is a rumour that Gwenllian is stuck in the library through a combination of reasons. One, obviously, there's a group of hunters outside who are scanning people as they come in and out. The other reason is that she may or may not, and this is just a rumour you got from Elysium, and I'm telling you this again now because it was weeks ago now that we played this. There's a rumour that she may be on the red list. Now, if you remember your vampire traditions of the Camarilla, which is Masquerade, Domain, Progeny, Accounting, Hospitality, and Destruction, you're not allowed to kill any other vampires without permission from the prince. The red list are the vampires you're allowed to kill.
So we are so we're here. We've got hunters around. We've potentially got vampires who are also hunting.
Well, presumably
Around.
Gwenllian's staying here because she's safe here.
And we need to find right. Okay, I am going to.
One more little fact. Back in the day, before you went into torpor and everything, this was a place where Elysium used to happen.
Since coming back from Torpor, do we have any memory of this place? Or entering any kind of.
Only vaguely, and
Before heading upstairs, and I will go into Unseen Passage. Just so that I've got some kind of stealth as I get up there.
okay, let me. That is free for you, isn't it? Or do you have to do a rouse check?
I think it's a rouse check. No, cost free.
Cool.
That seems broken, to be honest.
It's not.
Oh no, wait,
because-
that's the Unseen. Unseen Passage is one rouse check.
Okay, can you give me a rouse, please, and we'll see if this makes you hungrier.
Not since I ever thought I'd say, but getting a bit hungry is fine. I need some trousers anyway. One hunger applied.
Okay, so you only get 2 hunger. Like, it's not terrible. You could eat, but like it's not knowing that your insides or anything. Upstairs, there is indeed a sort of party going on. So as you emerge, Dr. Henry, I think you're the only one emerging at the moment. Is that correct? Is anyone going up with him? He is using Unseen Passage, so you can't really see him.
No, let him go on his own. He can report back.
Okay.
Good luck.
He reports back. I have succeeded. I have a pair of trousers.
There's a sort of party happening. They're celebrating the opening of a temporary exhibition on Victorian jewellery. There's a couple of rooms open. A lot of the displays and stuff are closed off just now because they're not in use and they're not accessible to the party. But you've got the exhibition that's temporary on Victorian jewellery, obviously. There's a scientist who's giving a talk on the importance of looking after artifacts in the Middle East in a small off room. Quite a few people are in that watching and listening to him. And you also have an exhibition on Roman Britain. So there's people kind of milling around pretty much everywhere. There's all kinds of people around. There's a couple of people who've brought their kids, which seems a bit weird at this late night event. But there are some kids there. They're asleep. To be fair, they're sitting on like a bench at the side while the parents are around. But
is there anybody that I would say stands out?
Everyone looks pretty fancy. It's clearly mostly sponsors of the British Museum and their the kinds of people that are gifting large sums of money to museums. But there's no one that you recognise off the top from just glancing around.
Okay, I'm going to try and find my way to this library. See if I can work out where the library is, how far it is, what kind of risks there are on the way. Is it? Can we just
You're going
get
to
there
a
easily?
library?
You said she was in a library, no, didn't you?
It didn't say she was in the library. It just said she was in the museum.
I thought you said library.
If I said library, then that was my mistake, and I apologise. I've been trying very hard not to refer to it as the British Library because it's not that either.
You did say library.
I'm very sorry.
I was very confused for a second.
No, she's not in a library. She's in the British Museum. And this is a result of me correcting myself for years trying to say British Library and not British Museum. This is the British Museum. Very clear that it's the museum.
She is hiding in somebody's library.
No, she's in the... I mean, at one point it was all the same building, but it's not now.
I was imagining like a book that you pull and there's a key and it's like a hidden passageway. I was imagining she was hiding behind something like that.
That would be cool, but that's not what she's doing. This is the one where they stole all the stuff. There's loads of Egyptian things. There's Roman things. There's marbles. Things are there.
They
This
got
is like
any
we've come out
Bangladeshi
into the
things?
round bit, right?
Yeah,
So we've come out into the round bit.
yeah.
With
And
the-
there's
yeah.
people serving drinks. There's people who look fancy, drinking things. Um,
I'm going to wait for this person to come along. They know what they're doing. They've been here before.
Dr. Henry, can you give me a roll? I'm just looking to see what I'm going to have you roll.
So-
It's going to be intelligence and streetwise.
I leveled wits awareness because it's always wits awareness.
it often is wits awareness, but I'm just
You gotta remember, I was poor and museums are free.
Difficulty
just put 1 for the moment.
1.
Okay, you got 3. Looking at people going past, and because you're thinking you need some trousers, you note that the catering staff are all wearing long black aprons.
Long aprons. Is there any spare ones?
You know, there might be.
But then won't he have his ass out?
No.
Two
They go all the way around and then they tie as well. It's not like
One in the front, one in the back.
yeah, a double apron.
I'm just not sure the apron will go with these gloves is the problem. But
Oh, sorry.
Whether it goes is the least of your
all
worries.
of your other options are if they're too much for you, then at least you have that option.
is there a room where they seem to be coming from that I can go and check to see if there's a spare one?
Yeah, give me a manipulation subterfuge at difficulty 3.
Sure, it's not a wits awareness.
I'm sure it's not wits awareness. There could be wits awareness coming up in your future. Don't worry about it. That will be useful.
That sounds more like a threat than anything else.
2 or 3.
Okay, do you want to use a willpower and re-roll one of the ones that failed? The one that failed.
That worked out well for me last time.
He's a willpower, and how do I re-roll up? I'll just roll a single dice, I suppose.
That's fine. If you do /1d10, it should do it. Oh, you did it. Okay, that's another fail. You can re-roll it another twice and see what happens if you want, because you get 3 re-rolls with it, and I'm willing to house rule that.
No, that's fine. I've tried twice. I've got twice. Maybe I'll be able to work out roughly where they're coming from. So.
Okay, there's a court cafe area, and you're pretty sure that's where the food and stuff's coming from. You couldn't see any aprons from the outside from your cursory glance.
Okay, I'm going to go over to there then and try and work out the area. I mean, I'm obviously still stealthed.
Yep.
They can't see me, which means I can't really interact with much anyway.
This
I'm
is
just going
true.
to go over and just take a seat on the bench over by there and see what I can work out whilst.
Okay,
If
Henry
someone else
is
has-
temporarily benched. What's everyone else doing? Lady Catherine, I'm going to start with you this time. What are you up to at this point? You are clean, more or less.
I do believe. So it's Victorian jewellery, correct?
There is Victorian jewellery there, yeah.
I do believe Lady Catherine wants to go and have a look at the exhibit and see if she can see any of her old pieces.
Oh, that is excellent role playing. Yeah, sure. You're going to head into that direction. In the small temporary exhibition, there is a huge variety of jewellery there. Give me a second while I double check if they specify a role for this. You see a pendant there. What do you think the pendant would look like? It's definitely yours. You remember having this pendant.
I do believe it would probably be. It would once have been a brilliant silver,
Mm-hmm.
but I do believe it's sort of weathered into more of a gunmetal, and it's a cameo of Lady Catherine's wife.
Yeah, it was given to you by Angelique. And you look
That's
at it
her name.
and you remember.
I remembered that.
Mm-hmm. Of course you did. So Lady Catherine is looking at jewellery and remembering her partner, her sire. That's a healthy relationship. Tony, what are you doing?
I'm fascinated by the concept of Rome in Britain.
You are? You're going to go and look at that exhibition?
I want to go look at the Rome in Britain exhibition, please.
Okay, there's a group of guests being shown around by a guide. As you go in, there is some larger displays. There's some that have like a mock-up of like a small village. So the ground has actually got earth. There's like a boxed off area with earth in the ground and like a small village layout on top. And as you come in, you see a woman with long, straight red hair. And she looks at you and you look at her. And you know who this is.
Oh, that won't be where I'd find her.
And I'm going to pause you for a moment because I want to figure out where Alice is before this happens. Alice, hello.
I'm still in the shower.
You're still in the shower?
Yeah.
It's taking a moment.
Like a shower.
You know what? It's hot. It's steamy.
A long, luxurious.
I don't know. I think I'm going to go and look at the shiny things.
Any shiny things in particular?
I'm gonna follow Lady Catherine and look at the shiny things.
Come along, dear. See if we can find any of our old collectibles.
There'll be not there of mine. I'm just gonna come and admire your stuff.
There's a huge variety of jewelry, even the stuff that isn't Lady Catherine's on display. There's tiaras, there's bracelets, there's rings, there's earrings. There's some more exotic stuff. They're kind of like nose rings, that kind of thing from back in Victorian times.
Germans would, but no Germans. Victorians.
Victorians.
We're well into body piercing.
There were people in Victorian times who were into body piercing, but not necessarily all the ones from the UK.
Some of them quite famously so.
Yeah, and the Victorians were very big on like, oh, that thing from that foreign country is cool. Have mine now.
Yeah.
And now we have the British Museum.
Hence, the museum.
But yeah, there's a fine variety of jewelry on sale because
On sale.
on display is what I meant to say. I was just rushing through that my own words. Because Tony has laid eyes on Gwenllian, for it is her. You kind of get a little group flashback again. So this is going to pull you all out of wherever you are. I'm sorry, Tommy, we didn't quite get onto what you were doing. The only one to have arrived more or less clean. I'm going to try and summarize this one rather than play it through in full because it could take ages, and I appreciate there's been a lot of me talking already. Londinium, 240 CE. It's a small piece of Rome in this uncivilized British lands. And there's people working, building the Mithraeum in honour of their god. The construction began at the back. There's an empty apse, which is like a semicircular recess, that will later have a mural of Mithras on the front of it. And because it's not been finished yet, you can see behind it there's a passage down. And when it's finished, the mural will cover it. Two important looking men are discussing the work so far. Initially, it sounds like gibberish, but after a few moments, you realise that they're speaking Latin. Now you're in the Mithraeum, and there is a god sitting atop a stone throne. You can't remember his name. It's like no word could possibly contain him. You can't even really see him. He's radiating light and power, and the brightness is blinding. You feel like you should kneel. Do any of you want to not kneel?
Am I still hidden?
You're not hidden here. You're hidden in the museum.
Oh, right. Yeah.
But we're in a flashback now where you're not. You're kind of. It's hard to say where you are. Every moment it feels like you are in a particular place, but like you can all move at once, and suddenly it feels like you're somewhere else. You go to stick your hand out, and suddenly it's not your hand; it's someone else's. It's a very strange feeling. But if anyone wants to not kneel, you can roll me willpower, please.
Sick.
And I think if you just click the little diamondy shape by willpower, it should roll it for you. It'll roll whatever unspent willpower you have.
I'm just going to go with it. I think this is a flashback for a reason, so I'll
Okay.
just respect.
Um,
I rolled.
you tried not to, Bintak, but the pull of the impulse was too strong, and you kneel anyway.
Okay.
Tony, you find yourself able to still stand. The figure on the throne looks at you. A little bit impressed, a little bit surprised. He gestures
Awesome.
for you. Oh, I'm not going to be able to say this in a way that doesn't sound very rude. I'm sorry. Okay. He's wearing the ring that you recognise as being the one that you got from Sri Sansa. He gestures, and one by one, the group of people you're with kiss the ring. Yeah, I'll just give you that moment because I knew it was. Yeah. It's being close to him is ecstatic. It's like feeding. You feel that feeling of warmth flowing through you. It's like how you remember being in the sunlight, but without the sense of panic. Mithras pulls forth a Phrygian cap. It's very similar to the red one that he's wearing, but this one is more plain. It's more kind of rust red coloured than bright scarlet. He gives it to one of the men you've seen upstairs, and he tells him to keep it safe, saying that if ever he has to choose between saving himself or saving the cap, he should choose the cap. Dramatic cough there. Thanks for that.
Sorry.
It's okay. He weeps, and his tears are scarlet as he accepts it and praises Mithras to keep the cap safe. And that's where the first flashback kind of ends. Second flashback, because there's going to be a couple of these just now. This is the last ones we're going to get in the game, I think. You're standing on the bank of the Walbrook River, and the sun is shining brightly overhead. For you, that's bad, usually. But as you stand there, you realise that you're not burning from it. It's not hurting you. You realise that you're actually kine at this point. You're not vampires. And this image is coming from the memories of Arwyn and Valerius and Augustus. And they're not vampires at this point either. They're very much older minds than yours. And you're kind of reinterpreting it and seeing yourself as mortals in this. And you can see the Mithrium is still halfway through being built. And how to put this? Now you're out in the sunlight and you feel the heat of it and the brightness of it and how blue and shining the sky is, you realise that the light that was coming from Mithras is kind of a pale imitation. It's not like the real thing. It just felt like the real thing when you were there, but it's not anything like as bright. And that feels vaguely heretical. It's a hard thought to hold on to because you want to love Mithras as your god. Roughly, how do you feel like your characters would be feeling in that moment? Would you want to kind of hold on to the idea of like, he's not as bright as the real sun? Or would you be willing to just like go, oh, I'm just remembering it wrong?
I'm remembering it all wrong.
Lady Catherine is too.
I feel like I'd be angry that it's this. There's question.
Okay, if you want,
belief.
if you're feeling obstreperous about it a little bit and want to hold on to that thought, you can give me a willpower roll at difficulty 5 to hold on to that idea that the real sun is much brighter and stronger than that of your god.
With willpower with difficulty 5.
Yep.
This is going to go well.
No one got 5. Yeah, it's definitely heretical to hang on to that idea. You should probably put that thought from your head. Sorry. Your impulse is to serve Mithras. There's people working above ground. The Mithrium's kind of completed, but there's a windowless space that's damp and it's claustrophobic like a cave. There's workers there and they need torches to be able to see because it's all covered up now. The far side, there's a relief of Mithras slaying the bull. It swings to one side to reveal the passage down. You recognise it. It's the one you've been down in these kinds of flashbacks several times now. The room's half finished. There's bricks keeping the first part of the vaulted ceiling aloft. Once they finish the ceiling, it'll be able to hold itself up. But right now, you need to build up bricks to hold the ceiling in place. When you're sent down to the passage, there's a further passage behind the throne of Mithras. Mithras isn't there at the moment. And then the next room down holds sort of 2 adjacent rooms. The first one's empty. The second one has a large stone sarcophagus. It's decorated with scenes of Mithraic myth. That's quite hard to see. Whilst you're down there, so you're in the deepest part of things, part of the ceiling collapses above you. If you want to try and get out of the way of that falling on you, it'd be a Dex Athletics difficulty, let's say 4, to dodge out of the way. So basically, you're in this room 2 levels below ground, and the ceiling's collapsed.
What am I rolling, sorry?
Dex Athletics.
Dex Athletics.
Aye.
No, it's athletics and dexterity.
Yes,
Why?
I'm sorry. I keep saying it the way
do
around.
that?
I don't know why Roll20
You're
does it
grand.
backwards.
Yeah, grand. Submit. Difficulty?
4.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Well, I'm dead.
So Floss got a messy critical. Everyone else failed. I think
Oh,
I'm
I'm
just double
fine.
checking. No, Bintak. No.
Am I fine?
No, you're not fine.
Okay, I couldn't tell. I don't know what the symbols mean.
So you are trapped with the other workers under a large slab of rock, and the overseer shouting, demanding that. But it's getting dimmer, and occasionally you feel it shift as people are trying to rescue you. Like there's people trying to move the rock that's on top of you, but the life is slipping from you. It's an overwhelming need to breathe, and you just can't. And you get a sense of how precious your blood really is. It's possible that one of you's got a collapsed lung or something like that. One of you's bleeding out. Like I said, your sense of identity while you're in these flashbacks is a bit weird and a bit messed up. You don't quite feel like yourselves. You don't quite feel like anyone. You feel like you're bouncing from one person to the other. Just before you die, someone lifts off the slab of rock like it's weighing nothing, and the sun appears to be shining from them. And there's a small group of kindred behind Mithras. There is Vernus, Arcadius, Augustus, Gwenllian Arwyn, and Valerius. And he bends towards the nearest character, I'm assuming maybe because of your messy critical. Was it a messy critical? Need to double check. Yeah, it was a messy critical that Alice got. So Alice was almost out of the way. He leans towards Alice and bites into their neck, and the other vampires follow his lead. And Arwyn caresses their hair and says in Welsh, "You serve the sun well, go into the afterlife with honour. We will provide for your families." And you feel your life flowing into the sun and a blissful death. And then it ends. And the last of the flashbacks, you're much further forward in time. London has kind of grown, changed around you. It's now 1176. It's only 22 years after Mithras assumed the role over the baronies of Avalon. So he's now in charge of the whole of the UK as it stands in this time. The Mithraeum is completed, and you watch the cap being given to Arwyn. That's essentially how I'm going to summarise this, because I think I've gone on for long enough with these flashbacks. And you snap back into reality, into here and now, and you're back in the museum wherever you were when you left. So only Tony is looking at Arwyn. Everyone else is back where you were. And I should check in with Tommy. Tommy, where did you go in the museum?
I was thinking that all we know about the cap is the name. We don't know anything else. So I was going to go and try and find Dr. Henry, because he's only a kind I know which might remember something, or what the Phrygian cap means, to give us a clue where to go and look.
You see Dr. Henry, he's sitting on a sort of bench near the cafe, watching as people come in and leave from that area.
Kirk. I'll go up and sit down by him.
I was stealthed
You were, but also Tommy has sensed the unseen pretty much most of the time.
Can't get away from some people.
I mean, you could have tried to hide from him if you'd wanted, but I think you probably weren't contesting it at that point. You probably weren't putting barriers up against your coterie mate.
So I'm assuming he is not stealthed, and I am stealthed.
He's got his mask of
I'm-
1,000 faces, so he just looks
Yes.
like a regular. He looks like he's meant to be there.
Okay. Just making sure, because this conversation is going to be very weird looking from anyone else. Well, probably not the only person in the museum talking to themselves.
Yep.
How can I help?
Are you actually talking to me when you're unseen?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. I'll look up and say it as well. You're a teacher's boy, aren't you? So you might know in what Fijian cap actually means. Give us a clue where to look.
What a Fijian cap means? I mean, I'm a biologist. I'm a medical man.
Have you never studied
My
history?
knowledge of the occult is brief.
Well, you have a better chance than I do of knowing anything about it.
Can I do a occult intelligence roll and see if I can?
You certainly can. Dizen, you rolled 3 successes. You remember what a Fijian cap sort of is? It's kind of it's like a gnome-shaped hat kind of thing. It's a wide, kind of circular with a little bob in the top.
So it's just a really old Smurf hat.
Yeah, you know what? If that's how you want to think of it, it kind of is.
I'll turn to Tommy,
Tommy,
and say, I know you're not the brightest. So, if you can imagine those little gnomes in the garden, the hats that they wear, in the Roman times they had similar things. And it's one of those with magic powers.
So, Mr. Super High Intelligence, why are you sitting your ass as cafe around going to the room there and having a look for this person?
Because I know Tony's over there. So I'm sitting here people watching, getting information.
What information?
People give away a lot of information when you watch them. Well, for instance, you know that one over there? That's not his missus with him.
Useful information, I see.
it could be useful information. That there is, yeah, I've got characters who that might apply to.
I've also noticed this area seems to be clear of any of those cameras that caused issues before.
Are you sure?
Yes. Perfectly sure. It's a hope so, since we can't rely on anybody to get rid of the evidence. But anyway, that's sort of a Fijian cap is. How can I help otherwise? Well,
That's it.
have you
Well, that's
found the lady in question? She's not walked past here.
I'm not. You were my first port call before I went on. Well, thanks for information. And I'll go up and I'm going to head to the Roman section.
Okay, I'm just going to interrupt for a second. Ghoul, I'm aware you need to step out. Thank you very much. We will see you again soon. I will put a
Thanks,
plug
guys.
for
I'll
you at
catch
the
you
end.
later. Bye.
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 Tommy, you're heading towards the Roman exhibit. Is that correct?
Yes.
Dr. Henry, you're staying where you were.
Yeah, I think I know that. I think I've worked out that the canteen over there, there's a room in there where they're getting these aprons from. So I think I can go and get one. And we should be okay.
You're going to stay in Unseen Passage for that.
Until I've got the apron on, yes.
Yeah, you can get there with Unseen Passage, but I'm not sure you can steal an apron with Unseen Passage on, so you might have to wait for a moment.
I'll go in now and wait until everyone's busy outside.
Okay.
In fact, I will. Does the gift shop have any egg timers?
You can't see the gift shop from where you are.
need something that can cause a distraction.
And staying on that
I'll
thought,
go in there and wait. I'll just go in there and wait until.
okay. I'm going to assume that given time, you will acquire an apron. Or two, if you decide to roll that way.
Always good to have a spare pair.
Bintak, are you typing?
Sorry.
That's okay. Tony. Back in the Roman exhibition, with Tommy on his way, you've locked eyes with Arwyn. Now, she can't talk to you openly just now because there's a group of people being shown through the exhibition. But she walks closer towards you. She recognizes you, and you recognize her. You've known each other from before. And
The conversation with the other Bruja I had, I'm just like, oh yes, this makes sense now. I'm just like, oh yes, this person.
Lost my place again. And once it gets quieter, she leans closer and... I know who you are, Tony. You were one of the Heralds of the Sun. Are the rest of you here as well?
I realise there's no point in lying to her, so yes.
We should probably talk. I thought you were coming. Yes, we should definitely speak. But with all of you at once, I don't want to have to keep repeating myself. My assistant made an arrangement, I think. Chung Hei, I think she spoke to you outside the club earlier.
Yes, she did.
She works for me. Yes, yeah. Let's go somewhere quieter and talk. And this is the conversation taking place, Tommy, as you walk in.
Okay.
Arwyn looks at you and nods in acknowledgement. She recognizes you as well. You might vaguely remember her, but you're not entirely sure where from.
Okay, I'll just go stand beside Tony then.
Alice, you and Lady Catherine have been looking at the jewellery. Lady Catherine would like a little time alone to think about the old times, especially because of the pendant. It's just given her a moment of intensely missing Angelique. You're not entirely sure perhaps who Angelique is, but you've got a sense that she's probably an ex or someone who's died or someone who's no longer around.
Certainly. I will go and wander off and oh look, where's Tony? Who's he talking to? I'm gonna go and join him and be nosy.
And as you get closer, you recognise her as well. Again, you have got it's a vague recognition. You just aren't sure entirely where from, but you've definitely seen her before.
Okie doke.
Dr. Henry, you're now finally enraptured by an apron. Your lower half is covered. You're not smelling sweet and lovely, but you were better than you were.
I did get a shower. So
You did get a shower, yeah. It's the same shirt, I would imagine, but the shirt probably didn't get as much as the trousers did while you were getting there.
I've got a Rosetta Stone T-shirt I picked up from the museum.
I presume you mean the actual stone, not like a learn language tape.
I'm not wearing the actual stone. No, I'm wearing a T-shirt with a picture on.
Yeah, okay. You've got a promotional T-shirt and an apron. You don't stick out in the crowd as much now.
I mean, I have been invisible to now, so
yeah, you've been doing all right. I'm not making you roll for that because I'm assuming you just have stayed there until a moment presented itself.
Yes, and then I've. Well, how far away have I got to get to?
It's not far. It's just in the next room. So you're kind of in the central area. The cafe's at the back. They're in an exhibition space off at the side.
Oh, good. I will just peer out, see if it's busy enough for me to go unnoticed without having to go into stealth again, and go into the room.
And again, you vaguely recognise Gwenllian, but you're not entirely sure where from. She casually walks, taking Tony and then Tommy and Alice and Dr. Henry with her. And there's a room at the back. It's off by itself. It's quite a small room. It's quite dark. And inside is lit a Phrygian cap. It's in a display case. It's got reinforced glass. It's surrounded by security sensors. It's very hard to see how you could open it potentially, but that is almost certainly the cap you're looking for. Looking at Gwenllian, you can tell she's old. You've got a sense of like what old looks like on a vampire. She has seen many nights. And she's fed up of being stuck in the British Museum, but she can't leave because of the hunters and because of potentially being on the red list.
I think we should open up with why are you on the red list?
Oh, I angered the prince. I carried on supporting Mithras. And
Did you not respect her reign at all? Did you just ignore it for Mithras? Or did you just...
No, I am an elder of this community, and Queen Anne, as she demands those call her, had no right to take the throne and reap the benefits of running this place. It should have been me. I was the next in line.
It should. Why did you not take it? You are, as you say, an elder.
She had the contacts. She just swept in as soon as Mithras was dealt with. If he has been dealt with.
And where do you believe Mithras is? You said dealt with.
Well, it said that he was exploded during the Second World War. My understanding is that some people captured his lover, hid them at some kind of arsenal, some kind of castle somewhere, and when he went to retrieve his lover, they exploded the whole place. As I understand it, he's not been seen since.
Okay, so we've been doing a lot of, people, a lot of watching around and just listening and stuff as this character does. So I'm going to just try and be a bit more confrontational with this bit now and say, it's been 80 years, 70, 80 years. You're an elder. You have contacts. You have a network. That kind of explosion isn't likely to have killed someone of his stature. You clearly believe something else has happened.
He didn't make himself. After that happened, a sensible move would have been to return to power, to take it back if he could. If he's still out there, he can't take back what's his for whatever reason.
You have the Phrygian cap. What do you believe it's for?
It's a relic. It was given to me by Mithras himself. And although I don't relish that Mithras is gone, I enjoy my freedom from him. But serving one master for so long, it's very hard to shake certain habits.
You call this freedom?
Well, it was freedom until I was allegedly added to the red list. If I can get out, if Mithras is returning and I can get out, we can sabotage Mithras's return. If he's in a weakened state, we can take him. But if he returns to power, we can't.
So your aim in this is for you to become mid to power?
Well, yes,
This is your goal.
obviously.
And why would I, a Herald of the Sun, support this? I am loyal to Mithras.
As am I. I serve my God long and faithfully. I have seen him lift servants into the light. I've seen him reduce his enemies to ashes. It's the sun's prerogative to use and destroy as he sees fit, and he did that with all of you. My Lord Mithras subjected you all to a ceremony called the blooding, where his divine blood and that of his servants, myself included, mingled to create the perfect vessel. My Lord filled this vessel with duty and loyalty and an unquestioning drive to serve him. And if the blooding also erased whatever that soul that vessel previously held, well, it's not our place to question a god. You do not exist in the singular, but you're merely a collection of shards distilled by our god. And look at you, submitting to our god's divine right. My people watched you scurrying all over London retrieving those items. Do you know what they do? Those items. My Lord Mithras did not deign to tell me, but I think I know. More vessels, this time, filled with his soul, rather than emptied. This is how our god returns to us. Hail Mithras.
So I think Dr. Henry's going to sense that although he's taken this standoffish approach because he's annoyed at an elder's reluctance to be an elder, he feels just a bit of disdain towards them for being so weak. He has noticed they're starting to get angry now, and he does know his place. He's going to just take a step back and try and think carefully about the next move.
Okay, Henry, give me a wits insight roll at difficulty 4. Actually, any of you can do that. You all heard it. I may even roll on behalf of Lady Catherine in this moment. Okay. I don't need to. Alice and Dr. Henry, you notice that she suddenly concerned herself while she was talking how easily she slipped back into working, like worshipping Mithras. She wants to be independent, and she's talking about being independent, but as soon as she started talking about Mithras, she slipped straight back into worshipping him. And to your mind, if he can push an old and powerful vampire like Gwenllian, even without being there, it might give you reason to fear how fully Mithras might be able to subvert you as well.
So in the time that we've come back, obviously with him not around, have we got any kind of sense of who we were before him?
You've got your memories, you've got your memoria. I'm doing this out of character, by the way. This is me telling you what you've got. So you've got some memories that you think of as your own. You've had these flashbacks, which you know can't be your own because you weren't around in Roman times. You weren't around in Victorian times. You didn't see Anne Bosley get embraced, but you had a memory of it that you experienced.
Which makes sense from the serum.
I re-rolled, by the way, because I messed up.
Oh, okay. And you can have that experience. So that what I described for Alice and Dr. Henry, you can note that as well. You have that insight that she fell back into worshipping Mithras very easily.
I'm very wary that I could probably sit here and make this conversation last about 3 hours. So I'm going to step back a bit and let somebody else. So Dr. Henry's just going to, as I say, he's just going to respect that he's possibly overstood. He's going to notice a reaction. He's going to go back and analyze it quietly.
Okay. I'll ask her if we were to sabotage, how would we go about that?
To sabotage what? Mithras?
Bring back, so he doesn't bring back his full power.
Well, if you have the artifacts, then keep them, destroy them, take them out of London. he needs those artifacts to return. If he doesn't have those, he cannot return. Not in his full power.
And if these are are part of the soul of Mithras, can we destroy them?
In all honesty, I couldn't say.
Okay.
Have you tried?
I mean, I wouldn't try and destroy this single object. I didn't know where the others were. I didn't know what the others were.
Okay.
So what can we do to get that fridging cap from you?
I'm undecided what I want to do next. I think I do need to leave the museum. I can't stay here.
And how are you going to do that?
I can't leave here for sure until I'm off the red list. Otherwise, I'll be hunted by someone, either the imbecilic kind at the door or the kindred.
Do you know why the kind are at the door?
They heard rumours that there were vampires in here. Imagine. She grins, acknowledging that you were all vampires in here.
Well, the way I can see it from analysing your situation back here is you have 3 options. You stay here, you run, or you fight and take back what you want. You want to be the prince. You want us to prevent Mithras for doing so. So you just want us to take the items and hide them whilst you take over. How do you see this playing out?
With everything that's going on, perhaps the hunters that are destroying all that I love about London, maybe if they discovered the objects, they would destroy them for you. Or it might be safer for us to deal with them. You never know who's going to try and seek power next. Were they to find out the power of these objects, then that would be very bad.
The danger is we don't know the objects. We don't really know what they are going to do. Is Mithras around but weak? Does this bring him back? Does this raise him from a top? Or what?
I'd imagine others in the cult would know. Surely you've been in contact with them.
Makata, I don't really talk to people. I watch people.
What if we want to bring Mithras back?
You would serve Mithras in that way. We could try. He can be generous to his servants.
I've always been loyal to him.
Of course you have, Alice. Okay, Alice, I want you to roll manipulation and intimidation.
Oh.
And you can get a +1.
That's the role that got us married.
Oh. Intimidation. Manipulation.
Okay. I'm gonna. Let me quickly look at your sheet. I have to pull something out from that somewhere. Okay. you're going to have a compulsion, Alice.
Beast got pity.
With that bestial failure, you're going to have a compulsion that you're seeking perfection. You demand perfection. Mithras demands perfection. Until you get a crit, you're going to be rolling at -2.
Okay.
That's the best way to resolve this right now, because if we did a bestial fail where you try to physically intimidate someone as old and as powerful as Arwen, it would go badly.
It's going to go wrong.
Gwenllian, sorry. Yeah, so
It'd be
I
fun
think
to watch though.
we'll take a compulsion on this occasion, because I think Alice's sense of self-preservation would stop her from doing anything that stupid. She doesn't feel like she wants to support that. Either she doesn't want to do it at all, or she isn't satisfied with the way you've put your case. But no, I don't think I want to serve Mithras in that way. He could have helped all of us by now if he had that power. If he needs a series of objects to restore part of his soul and bring him the power to take over, then why put his soul into objects in the first place?
It is a clever god that leaves himself a backup plan.
He's a drama king.
Big words from a coward.
Oh, are we going to do this then? Okay.
I feel like I have to. She's directly insulting Mithras, and I feel like Dr. Henry would.
She's very, very torn on Mithras. That's the sense you're getting. Is like she resents him, but also she still kind of has the worshipping thing built in.
I feel like this is a trait I inherited.
She is Bruja.
Yeah.
Oh, and also, if I gave the impression before that she was your actual sire, I think she might be your grandsire. So, like, she's the sire of your sire. I don't think grandsire is a thing, but that's how that works.
Yeah. It's a Bruja thing. It's like, no, don't want to do the thing, but also
rebellion is strong.
So I'm just there going, like can feel myself agreeing with her. But like, yeah.
If you could arrange or somehow guarantee that I have been removed from the red list, I could certainly help you.
What contacts do you still have for information?
I still have all the contacts I used to have, but very hard to tell who is still in London at this point without being able to go out there. A lot of the people I knew have either met their final death or they're hiding somewhere. If I were you and I had the contacts that I believe you must have if you've already retrieved the seal, you must be able to contact Queen Anne herself.
See, we know she left, don't we? About the time we know she left.
You don't know entirely where she is? You know she's not where she was living, or where you last saw her at the Shard, the Scepter.
So if the rumour is this is above table, if the rumour is that she's gone, that means she's vacated London.
She may be dead, or she may be elsewhere. There was a rumour that someone heard, and I can't remember which of you it was, that she was perhaps building her strength to come back and fight.
But at this current time, does that not mean the seat is vacant?
We also have contacts with some of her.
If someone tried to come and claim Praxis over London, this would be a very bad time to do it, because there's not a lot of people in London who can gather together enough people to make a good stab at fighting off Operation Antigen. And she is one of those people. So if there was anyone who could do it, they would likely wait until she'd made an attempt, or it was demonstrated clearly that she's dead and gone.
But we know who are her closest peeps, don't we?
Yeah, you could try and contact Lady Scarlet, perhaps.
Yeah. That might be our best bet.
You know people who know people.
Yeah.
I'm interested in where she sees us going if she gets power. What's in it for us? Do we walk free? Do we serve her?
Oh, I could promise you such boons. The sorts of boons that would be a suitable reward for the amount of help you'd be giving me. I could find very reasonable places that you could have territory, land, kine, if that's what you desire.
That's not very interesting. Some of us already have that.
What do you desire?
Mithras.
And you, Tommy?
To be free. To be the own vampire.
Knowledge and control.
That could be arranged. If freedom, Tommy, is leaving you alone, that could also be arranged.
Give us a little snippet. Can you teach us how to wipe CCTV cameras?
I am double checking something. I have people who could teach you to do that. I don't bother myself with that sort of detail myself. I have people who can do that. So I have people who could show you how to do that.
I feel like we'd want, if we were to seriously consider this, we'd want some kind of display that they have the ability for this power. They have this kind of ability. So they didn't know about the items, what they were, until we found them. They
Right.
don't seem to have the personality to not hide.
She has some people. She has the person that accosted Tony before you came because they'd heard a rumor that you were looking for her. And obviously, anyone looking for her might be looking to kill her due to her being on the red list.
Yeah, I wasn't impressed by the person who decided to tell you where you were based off a little call from the dark alleyway.
That person's name was Chun Hei. So Shun is probably the person who can arrange to have CCTV removed if it needs removing. Chun Hui. It's Korean. I'm apologizing if I'm getting that wrong.
I'd need, for me, to even doubt Mithras for a second, I'd need to know that there was a reason to, which she's essentially given the control. We are not who we are. But also that there is a strength there as well. If there was there's a guy down in the sewers as well. What does she know about him? What he's up to?
The word.
Yes.
He's a spy master. He collects information and presents it for whoever pays him, I assume.
And is he working for her?
He's working for himself, but when it's convenient for him, he presents information to the prince or whoever.
So I think at the moment we're kind of split, aren't we? I think Tony's very, this is I agree with this. This is how I feel. Alice is very scolded in the corner, looking at Mithras' picture in the purse.
Alice, earlier on, whilst you were walking through the party, you overheard someone say that you looked exactly like Mithras's handmaiden from the stele in the Roman Britain exhibition. If you were to look at it, you'd be entirely right, because that is a picture of you.
That is me.
Mm-hmm.
Has Alice been the longest of us under?
Alice, do you know how old you are? I can't remember if I've told you that.
I died when I was 20. My
Yes,
true
you
age.
appear to be 20, but
My true age is 165.
So old my knees feel.
I think Lady Catherine might be the oldest.
What does Tommy think? Tommy's been very quiet for this.
But I'm with Tony on this. I don't want to be bound to something where your very thoughts are controlled.
What's to say you won't be anyway?
Me, hopefully.
So what the bloody hell have we spent the last God knows how long getting all these bits for then?
Yeah, you gotta be honest, lady. You could have told us this about 2 months back.
Gathering these gives them the choice to go either way.
You didn't have to come to me last, with respect.
Who was it that started off by choosing which items we did? I'm gonna go back in the YouTube videos and find out who it was. It's your fault.
I will leave you for now to your thoughts, and please speak to me again before you leave this event. And she leaves the room. Tony, it occurs to you, well disposed towards Gwenllian as you are, that if all you wanted was this object, you could just steal it, probably, if you can figure out the security system.
Yeah. But do we want to get her off the red list in case of needing an ally?
Would she know whether she was truly off the red list or not if we said she was?
Presumably she has someone who could tell her.
Yeah, she has contacts on the outside, so she'll be able to work that out pretty quickly. The question is if we go down the route of destroying these, is she any help to us?
There is a potential fourth solution. Whilst these people all argue about who deserves and wants the power, it seems to me that we are in the position of power.
Mm-hmm. You mean take that power? Then,
you are the muscle.
Then who amongst us takes the power? There's an issue with that as well.
We're doing IQ.
And also who amongst us, if we acquire a great deal of power, but not the knowledge and expertise to use it, that makes us a target as well.
That's where you come in. You are the muscle. You are the front of the image. As far as everyone's concerned, in my book, you could be the face of the power.
Yeah, but
we could sit behind you. That way you become the target and not me. I don't know. There seems to be several options, and I don't know what to do. You also have to remember that Tony may actually no, I can't say that. I don't know that. Or do I know that?
You can ask Tony.
I don't. Tony, I don't suppose you accidentally signed up to any contracts to serve anybody else at any point in time, have you?
Signed to any contracts to serve anybody else at any points in time.
Accidentally is a key word there. This gives you deniability.
Was anybody else around who else was around when I did that?
Is Alice
Wasn't it
not around?
Tommy?
No, it was Tommy.
Was it me? Oh yeah, it was me. Yeah.
It wasn't me.
I know.
But you don't. But Henry doesn't know that.
No.
That's what I'm saying. Is that
Yeah, but
I'm just
why would you ask that? Because Tony
because the storyteller told me to.
Well, you were wondering how Tony felt about something, and I was like, you can ask him.
Yeah.
Okay, so I will ask the group as a whole. If Mithras,
Any other allegiances? Yeah.
if Mithras were to return, would you be happy to serve?
No.
Yes.
I think that's always going to be a difficult. It's always going to be a difficult thing for me to answer anyway. I feel like I've got all the
no from you could easily be for this lady.
I'm rebellious. Just rebel.
Tell you what, we could really use Lady Catherine right about now to make this choice for us.
Well, I think then what we'll do is I will call it for this session, and we will have some discussion off stream, and we will begin the next session with some idea of what you intend to do. Just to throw into the mix that you also have the option of trying to weaponize the hunters if you wanted to.
Against Mithras. That
Or
sounds like
against anyone you wanted.
Oh, great.
It would be risky. It'd be risky as heck because they are looking for people like you, but it's an option.
Yeah, I feel like if we were to do that, we wouldn't want to go through the hunters. We have to go through the people they went through, wouldn't we?
Right. For the sake of wrapping things up, before we get into discussion about this further, thank you for watching. We really appreciate you being here. I've been Lavaita. I'm the storyteller. Can we go through everyone else real quick?
I am Floss, played Alice Mockingdale.
I'm Dyson. I played Dr. Henry. Over to you, Bintak.
I'm Bintak. I played Tommy Smith. Over to you, Genek.
And I'm Genek. I played Tony Castelli.
The next game on the channel at the time of recording will be Huckleberry tomorrow, which is in Backerkit just now. Do check it out. I'll stick a link in the show notes. And we'll be playing an extended version of Fallout on Sunday. Next week, Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2 finally gets a release. I may even be streaming it. I haven't decided entirely yet, but I might give that a shot at some point if I can make my technology work. Some of these lovely people also stream, and I'll put links in the notes for them too. Thank you very much for watching. Take care.
Boy.
Bye.